Welcome to the day 2 of our 100 days of coding challenge in JavaScript. Yesterday we tackled our first coding problem, right? And today we are ready to take up the next challenge as well. So let's dive in and solve today's problem together. Now the problem which I have for you today is write a JavaScript function that checks if a given number is prime or not. So let's go to our VS Code and let's start solving this particular question. So if you see, the same question is mentioned over here as well. So if you see, let us break down this particular question. So it's written write a JavaScript function, right? So let us take this and let us come here and let us write it over here, JavaScript function. And in the second part, you have seen here, what is it written? Check if a given number is prime or not. So we will take this particular thing and we will mention it over here that as well. So I'll come here and we'll mention it this over here. Now, since this function is related to a prime, let us write a function name is prime. Okay, is prime. Now here we come here. Now given number is prime or not, for that first we have to understand what is a prime number. So what is a prime number? A number which is divisible by itself and 1, right? By 1 and itself. And also number 1, okay, 1 is not a prime number. Okay, so we will write two conditions over here. So we will what do? First let us understand and first let us write this particular function over here, and let us then we will go for this part as well. So let us write here function, and the function name is prime. Okay, so let us proceed here, and whenever we write a function, function invocation is must. So we will write the function and we'll invoke a function over here. Now the number which is being set, let us pass this function from here as an argument, and let us receive it over here as a param in a form of a number itself. Okay, so let us console this number and let us see whether we are able to accept this number which we are sending it from here or not. So we will come here, and what we will write in the terminal, we will write the node and our file name. So if you see, I got this 7. That means we are successfully able to accept whatever we are passing it through this. Okay, now the next thing is what we will write a condition for this. So we will what say that 1 is neither not a prime number, right? But less than 1 is also not a prime number, right? So what we will write here, if our number is less than or is equal to 1, then we will print here what? Console.log, whatever the number we are passing is not a prime number. Okay, now the next thing what we will do here is this one, a number which is divisible by 1 in itself, right, is a prime number. So we will reverse this. Well, we are putting here in the particular function, what we will do, we will write a condition for a number which is divisible. Okay, so we will take a loop. The loop will start from I is equal to 2. Okay, and after that what we will do, we will end up to a number less than 1. Okay, because the 1 and the particular number has to be divisible, right? So that is why we will start from 2 and a number less than. That is why I less than that number. Okay, and then we will run the loop, and we will come here, and in this we have to put one condition, that if that number is completely divisible by I, then it is not a prime number, right? So what we will do, if this number is completely divisible, that means modulus of I is equal to 0, then we will just print the same console.log, that number is not a prime number. Okay, and also we will terminate the loop by writing return as false. So we will write here return, and we will write here return false. This will terminate this particular if condition and the for loop. And if this is not getting satisfied, then what we are going to print, console.log number is a prime number. We will write it like this. Okay, now let us run it and test the particular thing once again. Now what happens here is, if I write 7, I am getting is a prime number. That means obviously this condition is failing because it is not less than 1 or 1. So it will come here. Now what it will do, the loop starts from 2. So number divisible by I. So that means 7 divisible by I, it is going to check. 7 modulus of I is equal to 0, it will check. And it finds out that it is not completely divisible. So it will terminate here and this is going to get printed over here. Now suppose if you type here, if you once again invoke a function with a 10. So what it will happen now? Once again run it. This is accepting, that is why we are getting 10, and again we are getting that here we are getting 10 is not a prime number. Why we are getting it is not a prime number? Because if you come here, it is completely divisible, right, by 2. Then it mentions here it is not a prime number and it terminates the loop and brings the same thing over here as well. Okay, now what if you put is prime number and you pass a 2 over here? So in this case, what will happen now? In this, it will check here. It will I is equal to 2, it will come, and I less than a number, it will check. So it is 2. Here itself, when we are running this, here itself the condition fails and it cannot do it. So it won't be passing over here and the loop will terminate. And that is where you get here as well 2 is a prime number. Now just for this part, what we will do, we will just comment this console and we will just caps, we will put this P in capital, just the initial, so that we have is a prime number or not a prime number. This as well, let us make it here. Okay, and now let us save it and let us rerun this particular all this 3 and you get 7 is a prime, 10 is not a prime, 2 is a prime number. Okay, I hope you got this, right? So that's all for day 2. I hope you found this question very helpful and learned something new. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for day 3 as well. So see you tomorrow, guys, where we will solve our next coding problem. So keep coding and happy learning. Take care. Bye-bye, guys.